Hey everyone, welcome to driverstory.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Logitech C510 web camera. Picked this up for about 44 bucks. It's a great deal. It records in full 720p high definition video, and it encodes into a Windows media video format, which is very nice. That allows for very easy editing, and it's not a hassle like all the QuickTime formats out there that are just so notorious for really poor quality and really poor performance on playback and editing. So some of the unique features on this camera is that it has an 8 megapixel sensor. It's really high quality. It allows you to do digital zooming. I'm not sure if it's entirely digital or if it actually crops the sensor down, but we can zoom in and zoom out while recording, and pan to the left and right and get things centered the way we want. It also allows you to record in a number of different sizes in either widescreen or standard 3x4 format, and the encoding bitrate is a variable bitrate, so depending on the scenery it might be higher or lower, but it ranges from anywhere from like 30 megabytes a minute to around 70 I've seen so far, and that's nice to see that it adapts to what is needed rather than just throwing out a ton of data. A few of my complaints would be that the stand on this thing is kind of a little retarded. They made this little flapping thing that you're supposed to put over the back of the monitor, but there's nothing to really hold it on there, so if you bump the cord it kind of falls off. And the cord itself is kind of short. It's only about like 3.5 or 4 feet. It would have been nice to have a slightly longer cord so that we can move it around, because I actually have my video set up over that way, so it would be nice to have it on a little tripod and have it facing that way, because I don't really do too much in front of the camera, or in front of the computer rather. And I didn't really want to go with the model that had full 1080p, because I already have a full 1080p camera, the Canon Digital Rebel T3i, and that just uses up so much space. A quick little video winds up being many hundreds of megabytes or even a few gigabytes, and with this the quality is really nice and crisp, and most of the stuff is going to be going right up to YouTube, so it's going to be sized down even more, so there's no sense in having a really big video format that I'm going to have to spend a lot of time encoding down to a small size. So this also records in a 640 by 360p format, which is just about perfect for YouTube. It's a really nice balance of size and file size. So some of the other features is that it has manual control over all the settings like exposure, gain, brightness and contrast, color intensity, white balance. Now you might see a lot of the review videos. It's like constantly changing exposure and brightness, and what you want to do is, if you have a good setup where the light isn't changing, just go into the advanced settings and set those up manually, because otherwise if you bring something bright into your screen, it's going to change the brightness and contrast in the rest of the image and really make it not quite look professional. So if you just change that to manual control, then with the white balance even, you just hold up a sheet of paper and get the white balance to the point where the paper looks white, and then you're set to go. And another thing you want to keep in mind is that with gain and exposure, there are two different things. Now, exposure essentially controls the length of the shutter time. So if you have it really high, it's going to be a really short shutter, or rather really long shutter time. So you're going to get motion blurring, and it's not going to look fluid. So what you want to do is balance the gain and exposure. The gain is actually controlling the sensitivity of the sensor, so if you increase that too high, then you get a lot of noise in the image. So try to keep the gain as low as possible, with the exposure set to a spot where it's nice and fluid, and that will give you the best image quality. And obviously the better your lighting, the better the image quality overall. Image quality in this video is probably not too fantastic. I have my lights set up over in that direction, so I'm just like bouncing them off the wall, so it's not really optimized like if I was recording over there. But overall, it's a great deal. Picked it up for like 44 bucks. It's going to save me countless hours, and I'm not going to have to deal with using the high def camera for recording in my room here. And that way I don't have to worry about charging batteries, worry about memory cards, and all that hassle. So once again, thanks for watching. Check out the website, check out our channel. Got lots of cool stuff up, and thanks again.